Hey everyone, Elias here. Haven't been doing as much recorded content this week and last week, in large part because we've had some construction going on in the house here that's kind of impeded my ability to do that, so I've gotten behind. But we're going to be recording some pre-recorded stuff this weekend for you starting today. It's Friday when I'm talking to you. You're either seeing this now on Friday or later on in the weekend. We should have several other videos. I wanted to go, in this video, I wanted to go over some of the philosophy and the tactical reasoning behind some combinations. One in particular that one kind of like couplet combination series that we've been doing a lot in class, if you've been doing the live video classes. Also, we have a recorded workout, I believe, up on YouTube and on Facebook where we reviews this. Everyone's been doing it really well. Everyone's looking balanced, they're improving their coordination, their kicks, their knees, their punches are snapping, getting better, and then you're working on your conditioning. And I've talked a little bit about in the classes why we're doing what we're doing, but I wanted to go in a little bit more in depth as to the reasoning behind these combinations, right? So, as those of you who have been doing class, been working out with the recorded content, are familiar with, one of the things we've been working from a standing striking position is these combinations that are cued by our hands that end with leg strikes on the same side as the last punch we've thrown. So we have a combination that starts with a jab and a cross. We have one that starts with our jab, our cross, and our jab. We work our way through 3 leg strikes on each side for our rounds. So for our jab cross, we've got our jab, cross, or let's say, I don't want to get into the cross versus straight right thing. Let's call, these are both straight punches. Let's call this a jab and a straight right. So we've got our jab, our straight right, and then our right, I'm orthodox. So I'm standing with my left side forward and my right is my rear side. We've got a jab, straight right, rear knee, then a jab, straight right, rear snap kick, then a jab, straight right, rear push kick, and then we move over to the other side where we're doing jab, cross, jab, lead knee strike, jab, cross, jab, lead front snap kick or front snap kick, jab, cross, jab, lead, push kick. You all have been doing a good job with that. Here's a little bit why I programmed that and why I think it's worth working that combination couplet. All right. So a lot of times when we're throwing things, because we're pivoting, when we're shifting weight, we're pivoting to slip punches, just as a home base, to throw punches or strikes. We're shifting, we're turning our toes all the time. When we do that, it allows, for example, for us to generate power on one punch. That shifting of weight with my rear pivoted toe also is loading up attacks from my left side, a hook, roundhouse kicks, a lot of different things. Similarly, if I end on a hook, a strike with my left side, it allows me to get some power with this strike, but it also loads up potential straight crosses. It loads up roundhouses from the other side, or knees or kicks from the other side of any number of different varieties. We are doing linear attacks with our lower body and with our hands. We're going to move on in next week to incorporate some wider attacks like roundhouse kicks. So traditionally, even if it's just hands, this jab loads up the cross, which in turn can load up this hook, which in turn can load up this right uppercut, which in turn can load up this left uppercut, which in turn can load up the right, left, right. So this shifting is usually setting a pattern for people where if they're really aware and they feel that punch coming from this side, they know an attack is going to come on the other side. And now they know an attack is going to come from the other side. That's good practices. It allows you to load up power. It allows you to shift your weight back and forth to maintain good balance and being offensive. When we switch that up a little bit and we stay with multiple strikes from the same side, it can play with the timing in a way that's disruptive. We've set patterns and we can break those patterns, and that can be really disruptive and catch people off guard. I'm going to slow this down for effect, but for example, if I was doing a jab, cross, and then some type of strike from my left side in that traditional way where I'm shifting here, it's kind of like a rhythm or a cadence that goes bop, 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 as fast as you want, but that's the beats between each note, so to speak. Bop, 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 right? It's kind of predictable in a rhythm sense. When we throw from the same side, like we go jab, cross, and then knee, the idea is not just to take advantage of it coming from the same side, and there's some optical advantages to that as well in terms of sneakiness, but it's also to disrupt the cadence and hit a different beat. Instead of going bop, 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 or bop, 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 we can go bop, bop, bop. That little half beat can make all the difference in the world if your opponent is expecting a half beat longer before they have to defend. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. Instead of bop, bop, bop. Any speed you want, that cadence, that relative cadence is staying. Those are kind of quarter notes. Bop, bop, bop. If you hit a half note in between, bop, 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 it plays with the rhythm. Also, if they're really learned, they might expect if the attack's coming from the other side, they know power is being loaded up for an attack on the other side. So, they're really aware. Not only can you play with their rhythm, but you're also playing with them optically, right? Their perception in terms of their timing, their internal rhythm, and what they're seeing, what they expect to see coming from which side is disrupted as well, potentially. After this cross, they might expect attacks from my left side. Instead, I'm going to attack continually with my right side. That could have some real utility as well, especially done in conjunction with one another. Same works on the other side. So I'm going bop, 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 and then coming here with a cross, bop, 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 coming with a roundhouse from my right side, or a knee from my right side, bop, 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 bop. We're playing with that timing a little bit. So it's really deceiving, it's really tricky. It could play with your opponent's expectations. That's another reason it's useful to play around with multiple strikes coming from the same side of your body, playing with the axis. You've got stuff coming from your upper body and stuff coming from your lower body on the same side. When they're expecting it, the sides of attack to alternate in a predictable form or manner, it can be really disruptive to their defenses. Also, I like preoccupied, we're headhunting with our hands here. We're getting their attention up high while the attacks come from below. When we're going jab, straight right, and then a knee, or snap kick, or push kick on the same side, we're also preoccupying them with offense directed at an area that is not going to be where our next attacks come from, right? So our cross here is not going to be a heavy cross. The cross is mostly to get their attention up top. If we connect, great. But if we get them covering up top while we throw knees to the body, or snap kick in between the legs, or punch to the gut, or even a little higher to the face, you can mess around with that. But I really like going high, then a bit lower. Going high and a bit lower. Going high and a bit lower. So we're playing with the vertical axis. We're playing with what side of the body we're attacking, and differing that a lot of times than what they might be expecting. We're also playing with the rhythm. So that's a lot of why I like drilling this stuff. I like shifting. I like throwing side to side, side to side. A lot of different stuff. Here, here. If you shift sides, that's really good. That's what people expect. You should do that. But if people are expecting, for example, all this basic combination sets us up to do other stuff. They expect the attack to come from my left side after I throw that right hand. They're going to be, maybe they get used to that. I do that a few times. They start blocking it. Now, the next time I throw it, my rhythm's going to be different, and where I'm attacking, the side of their body is going to be much different. We're going to get, I know we haven't worked in the roundhouses yet, but we're going to get there. The principles with these linear attacks still hold. We're playing with rhythm. Another thing you can do, if you start getting comfortable with this stuff, you remember the combinations, the order, by all means move around. Throw your knee, then turn, turn, play around with that. Then you can throw in fakes as well. You don't just have to go 1, 2, 3. You can go 1, 2, 3, move. You can go 1, 2, 3. We're playing with our rhythm even further. You fake it, fake, and then play with your cadence even further. Bop, bop, bop. Or the other side, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can play around with it. Fake. 1. Move. Fake. Fake. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do a lot of different things with your rhythm there. Once you get used to the pattern, play with fakes. Play with movement. All sorts of fakes. Play with the rhythm in which you throw things. It could be 1, 2, 3. It could be 1, 2, 3, right? Play around with that in those ways, and you really have an opportunity to start making even more permutations with the same amount of options, right? If you play with your fakes, if you play with your timing, you're going to create many, many more combinations than might be apparent that you have initially. Off of just a jab, just a cross, just a knee, just a snap kick, and just a push kick. Mixing up the rhythm will allow you to get hundreds of combinations off, right? So even just a few strikes done with different movement, with different cadences and rhythms, and playing around will make you very, very unpredictable to your opponents. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments, or holler at me directly as well, guys. Proud of you. Sign up for classes, the live classes, when you can. They're a lot of fun. They're getting the heart rate going. And keep posted to the Facebook channels and the YouTube channels, and share them with your friends as well. You don't have to be a member to enjoy these. Spread them far and wide. Let's help each other out in this time. Thanks, guys.